Welcome to the Celebs.com studio, sponsored by Movie Maker, Gina Rodriguez, Lou Diamond Phillips, Jenni Rivera. Congratulations on the film, Philly Brown. It's getting quite the buzz. Yesterday you had your premiere, today it screened again this morning. Tell me, how does it feel for each of you?
Elliot, it's a dream come true. I literally am living a dream that I've had for like 10 years. So it's a blessing, and it's humbling to see how many people came out and supported us, to be with such amazing talent. You know, Jenni Rivera is the biggest Mexican bandera megastar. She is our poster child, and we love her. And Lou Diamond Phillips is a god. I mean, so you know, Edward James Olmos, working with Michael and Yusuf. It is so amazing to be around such amazing talent that have seen great success and still would do my little indie film with me, and have supported me and been around me. So last night was a dream come true.
It's almost like an acting version of what Philly's going through in the film.
You know, somebody else had brought that up to me. I'm just hoping my outcome isn't the same. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely is very parallel to what's been going on in my life recently. So I'm just taking my knowledge of the movies I've done in my past and the wisdom that I've gotten from these wonderful people, and really trying to put it to use.
A little different to being called Beverly Hills or something like that, right?
Yeah, you saw my bold and beautiful. Yeah, definitely different, definitely different.
And of course, an unlikely family. Jenni, I mean, as Maho's mum in this film, I mean, why do a film like this in the first place? I mean, having your career.
You know, I'm very happy with what I do. I've worked for many years recording and performing, but there's always a chance to do something else. Music is my specialty, music is my passion, but when Edward James almost calls you directly and tells you that you should do this film, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm like, Edward James almost is on the phone, and I'm telling everybody, you know, that it's him, and I mean, you can't say no. If he really if he really believes strongly that you can do something, then sometimes people have a bigger vision than you have yourself, and that's what happened with me. I was just really, really blessed and honored that I could be taken into consideration, and that it's with wonderful people like Lou, who I've always admired. I mean, you don't know how huge he is to all our Latino people. Him and Edward, I mean, they're just like at the top. And to think, I mean, if I could just go over there and act and get his autograph and a picture with him, and then they tell me that he's going to be my husband in the film, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And then
but we had some glass between his legs.
Yes, we did. We can never touch each other, but what the heck?
Philly Brown too, Philly Brown too, Philly Brown too.
But we made her, you know? And she's talking about wisdom from us. No, I've learned a lot in her art, in her profession from her. She taught me a lot. So I'm just humbled to even be here and to be able to, you know, be considered for this part.
Oh, it was great. And also, like, the fact that it's just so not a vanity project, you know?
Right.
You're willing to go there.
She went raw.
Go raw, and
And you know, that was actually, it wasn't very hard, but I thought, you know, when I'm always getting pictures taken of me, I can't leave the house without makeup, you know, because you want, if paparazzi's gonna catch you, want to get your hair all glammed up and everything, because they talk mess anyway, so might as well figure, you know. And I'm in my shows and I'm getting pictures taken of me, photo shoots and everything, the lashes, the hair everywhere, and they're like, well, you're going, you know, strip, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, okay, well, if that's what it takes. And not only that, I pride myself in having been a single mother of 5, and a grandmother now, and I pride myself in being a good mother. And I mean, that's all I've lived for forever. And then to play this role where I'm such a bad mom, I just had to do it. I figured it's like when I go on stage and I do about 40 songs a night, each song I'm acting them out as if I'm really living them. So I figured I'm going to take this role and try to do what I do performing on stage, to do it here on the set. So.
Your kids probably appreciate you a lot more after seeing the film.
Oh, they do, they do. They were there last night, and they're like, Mom, I can't believe that, first of all, that it's you in that screen, and that you could actually play a role where you're something that you are really not.
Yeah. Lou, I mean, re-teaming with Edward James Olmos, I mean, you guys have a history. I mean, Stand and Deliver, man. It's like, He got nominated for an Oscar. You both got nominated for Golden Globes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a history there. How's it feel to be back in that family
Well,
too?
there's a big history, and Eddie and I have been friends, ever since then. We've stayed in touch. He's been an inspiration to me, for a long, long time. I mean, it's 25 years since Stand and Deliver, and we just recently got, put into the National Archive, that film. So I mean, it's there. It's a piece of history, and it's a classic. And when I got the phone call that said, hey, Eddie and his son Michael, would love for you to do this, I mean, it was a foregone conclusion for me. I mean, the answer was going to be yes. I mean, reading the script was just, kind of crossing the T's and dotting the I's. And the funny thing is, it's exactly how it happened for Stand and Deliver. I was, after doing La Bamba, I was out of money, man. And I landed a role on Miami Vice. Viggo Mortensen was my partner. Annette Bening was the girlfriend of the bad guy. I had one scene with Eddie, and he knew that I had done La Bamba because he knew the Valdezes, Luis and Danny Valdez, who had done Zoot Suit with him. So he knew that, I had something pretty big coming down the road. And we did the one scene together, and I remember Eddie, turned to me, much like that. Personally, he goes, "What are you doing next month?" I went, "Well, nothing. You want to have some lunch?" Yes. "I'm making a film. It's a very important film. You need to be in it." And he wrote down a number, and he says, "Call that when you get to Los Angeles."
Oh my God.
So I call, and it's Ramon Menendez, the director, and it's Stand and Deliver, and like you said, when Eddie calls, you answer.
Yeah.
And much to my benefit, that film was a highlight, for me, an absolute pinnacle, in my career, and here we are again. I really feel as if Philly Brown is that all over, and you were talking about how, this role mirrors what's happening to Gina in her real life. I went through it in La Bamba. I'm able to give this to her and, and tell her, like Danny Valdez said to me, "We're giving you the keys to the candy store, don't rot your teeth," and to be here in Sundance and to be at these screenings, and it's like doing theater. You get that immediate response. And it's so gratifying when you hear the sniffles in the audience, and then you hear the cheers and the applause, and it's the closest you can get in film to a live theater performance, knowing that what you've just done on the screen has touched people, has moved them, and they're still glowing, after the film.
Well, you brought up La Bamba. It's a good point, is that you have that history with music too. I mean, and here we have, Jenny and Gina obviously rocking out in this film.
Yeah.
There's a real strength in something that brings that sound and that, whatever culture it is, either whether it's La Bamba or the streets of LA and that sort of stuff, and just bringing out that truth.
Oh, it's a funny little, 6 degrees of separation in the respect that, I did La Bamba, Eddie did Selena, and we both did Stand and Deliver together, 3 of the highest grossing Latino films ever, and 2 of the highest grossing music biopics ever. And so this isn't a biopic, but it's certainly a music movie, and hopefully Eddie and I together have the touch, and we will have passed the torch on.
I hope so too, baby.
Right.
I believe it though. I believe it.
And this film will join that pantheon,
Do you have musical aspirations as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, you can't get me out of the studio now. Like, I had never done music before, and this was a blessing. It gave me a new passion. And I love acting, just like Jenny with her singing. Acting is my venue. It's what I trained to do. It's what I've been doing. It's what I've been working so hard to get to this moment, literally, to sit in front of you. And now I have this whole new passion that I get to explore and find my own voice, have another venue and another platform to talk to little Latina girls everywhere and be like, listen, if I could do it, you could do it 10 times better. Yeah. Like, I came from nothing, and I'm gonna keep working at making something for them to know that it's possible, and we don't have to play the pregnant teens or the prostitutes or we can play these amazing roles, and we can be leading ladies, and we can rock out to the beat of our own drum.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes. It's great meeting you. Congratulations. Awesome meeting you too, and great to see you as always, Liv.